XRP recently shot past the $3.20 mark, and while most of the internet is celebrating, they're looking at the wrong thing. That surge, the powerful move we saw from under $3 to a peak flirting with $3.58, was just the tremor before the earthquake. A wave of institutional money is waiting on the sidelines, an ocean of capital managed by the biggest names on Wall Street, and the speculation around a spot XRP ETF is the signal they're waiting for to flood into this market. This isn't just another pump. This is the potential for a fundamental repricing of the asset. And in this video, I'm going to share my exact playbook for how I plan to ride this wave from our current position all the way to my target of $6 and potentially beyond. This is the strategy, this is the mindset, and these are the levels you need to be watching. So stick around because you're not going to want to miss this. Alright, let's get right into it. The last few weeks have been an absolute whirlwind for XRP holders. We witnessed a powerful rally that took the price from the low $2 range all the way up to a recent intraday high of about $3.58. Since then, the price has been in a fierce battle, trying to establish a new floor, a new base of support, in this new territory. We've seen it fighting to hold that crucial $3.20 level, which tells me something very important is happening. This isn't just random chaotic price action, this is the market digesting a new reality for XRP. It's the early signs of a structural shift in how this asset is perceived. For years, XRP has been held back, weighed down by regulatory uncertainty and a lack of access for major institutional players. But the winds are changing. What we're seeing now is the market attempting to price in a future where that uncertainty is gone and where access is wide open. This consolidation we're seeing is healthy. It's necessary. Think of it like a climber ascending a mountain. They can't just sprint to the summit, they have to stop, set up a base camp, acclimatize to the new altitude, and gather their strength before making the next push higher. That's what XRP is doing right now. It's building a launch pad. The initial fuel for this launch came from growing regulatory clarity and expanding partnerships. But the rocket fuel, the catalyst that could send this into orbit, is the looming possibility of a spot XRP exchange-traded fund, or ETF. That is the elephant in the room, and it's the entire focus of our strategy today. This recent pump was the market waking up to the possibility. But the real move happens when that possibility turns into reality. Now, for anyone who is new to this space, the term ETF might sound like complex Wall Street jargon. But let me break it down for you with a simple analogy. Imagine XRP as a hidden treasure, located in a remote, hard-to-reach jungle. To get it, you have to be an expert navigator. You need to know how to set up a private wallet, manage your own security with private keys, navigate different crypto exchanges, and deal with the complexities of transferring digital assets. It's a hassle, it's risky for the average person, and it's a non-starter for a billion-dollar pension fund with strict regulatory requirements. A spot XRP ETF is like building a paved multi-lane highway directly to that treasure. Better yet, it's like creating a fleet of air-conditioned tourist buses. Suddenly, anyone with a simple brokerage account, your uncle, your financial advisor, a massive hedge fund, a university endowment, can get exposure to XRP just by clicking a button. They don't need a wallet, they don't need to worry about keys, they just buy a ticker symbol like buying a share of Apple or Tesla. This opens the floodgates to trillions of dollars in institutional capital that is currently sitting on the sidelines, unable or unwilling to navigate the crypto jungle. We saw this exact story play out with Bitcoin and Ethereum. The moment their spot ETFs went live, billions upon billions of dollars flowed in, driving their prices to new heights. The demand was staggering. Wall Street is a machine that runs on fees and follows proven formulas. Now that they have a successful template with Bitcoin and Ethereum, the question isn't if they'll come for the next major digital assets, but when. And all signs are pointing to XRP as a prime candidate. Now let's be crystal clear here. As of today, major players like BlackRock, Grayscale, or Fidelity have not made any public official filings for a spot XRP ETF. The industry is buzzing with rumors and speculation, but it's crucial to separate the hype from reality. While some analysts are hopefully pointing toward late 2025 as a potential window for an SEC decision, there is no official, confirmed timeline. The groundwork is being laid. The resolution of Ripple's legal battles has provided a level of regulatory clarity that simply didn't exist before, making an ETF product far more plausible. This isn't a guarantee, but it is a high-probability catalyst that is simply too big to ignore. And if you wait for the official announcement on the news, I promise you, you will be too late. The smart money is positioning itself now, and that's exactly what our playbook is designed to do. The opportunity presented by this potential ETF is monumental, but the sad reality is that most people who try to trade it will fail. They will lose money, they will get shaken out, and they will watch from the sidelines in agony as the price moves to levels they once dreamed of. Why? Because they will be operating on emotion, not on a plan. Let me paint you a picture of the typical retail investor's journey during a cycle like this. It starts with skepticism. They see XRP hovering around $2 and think, it's not doing anything. Then the first leg up happens, the move to $3. Now they're interested, but they're scared they missed the entry. They wait for a dip that never comes. Suddenly, the price rips toward $3.50. The headlines are everywhere. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, becomes unbearable. They throw all their money in near the top, right as the early investors who bought at $2 are starting to take some profits. Then comes the inevitable correction. The price dips 15%. Panic sets in. All the conviction they had disappears. They think, it's all over, it was a trap. They sell at a loss, just to stop the bleeding. And then a few weeks later, the ETF news breaks. The price doesn't just recover, it explodes with a force they've never seen before, rocketing past $4, then $5. They are left with nothing but regret, having bought high and sold low, the cardinal sin of investing. This cycle is as old as markets themselves. It's driven by the two most powerful forces in finance, fear and greed. The market is a machine designed to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. It's designed to shake you out before the real move happens. The only way to combat this is to have a predefined, logical, and unemotional plan. A playbook that you write in a moment of clarity and execute with discipline when everyone else is losing their minds. And that's what we're going to build right now. Before we dive in, the mandatory disclaimer. This is absolutely not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am simply sharing my personal strategy, my thought process, and my plan for how I am navigating this market. You should always do your own research and make decisions based on your own risk tolerance. My approach to this opportunity is a hybrid model. It consists of two distinct portfolios. First, my core long-term holding of XRP. This is my buy and hold bag, accumulated over time through dollar cost averaging. This position is based on my fundamental belief in Ripple's long-term vision for cross-border payments and the utility of the XRP ledger. I rarely touch this bag, it's my conviction position. Second, and the focus of this video, is my strategic trading portfolio. This is the capital I've set aside specifically to capitalize on the ETF catalyst. The goal here is not to hold for 10 years but to ride the wave of hype and institutional inflows from now until the post-ETF launch period with a clear target of $6. Let's pull up the charts and map out the journey from here to $6. The first and most critical area is our current zone. We need to see XRP firmly establish the $3.20 area as a new level of support. A successful defense of this zone would be incredibly bullish, showing that buyers are stepping in and absorbing any selling pressure, building that launch pad we talked about. The first major obstacle on our ascent is the recent high, right around $3.58. Breaking this level would signal a continuation of the uptrend and would likely attract a new wave of momentum traders. Above that lies the big one, the final boss of the old era, the all-time high of approximately $3.84 from back in 2018. This is more than just a price level, it's a massive psychological barrier. Shattering this ceiling would mean XRP is in blue sky price discovery. It would be a headline-grabbing event that would signal to the entire world that a new paradigm for XRP has begun. Once we are past the all-time high, the path to our target is marked by key psychological levels. Watch for resistance and consolidation around the round numbers, $4, $4.50, and especially $5. Each of these will be a battleground, but a successful ETF launch could provide the volume and buying pressure needed to slice through them. My ultimate target for this specific trade is $6, a level that aligns with many bullish analyst forecasts for a post-ETF world. So, how do we trade this roadmap? It's a multi-stage process. We are in the pre-hype phase. The news is not yet on CNBC every hour. This is the time for patient accumulation. Personally, I am looking to add to my strategic trading position on any significant dips towards that $3.20 support level. I am not market buying into green candles. I am setting limit orders and waiting for the price to come to me. This allows me to build a position at a strong cost basis before the real mania begins. This stage will begin when we start hearing credible whispers of an impending ETF filing. A journalist might cite an anonymous source, or a researcher might spot an early test filing. This is when the price will begin its steady climb towards the old all-time high. Chasing the price here is dangerous. The goal is to already have your core position established. During this phase, I am simply holding, not adding, and watching for the market's reaction at key resistance levels. This is the moment an ETF filing, or even better, an approval is officially announced. Expect an explosive, violent move to the upside. The price could jump 30 to 50% in a single day. This is the moment of maximum euphoria. And this is precisely when you must not buy. This is the pump you have been waiting for. This is the time to consult your plan and prepare to take profits. My target for this trade is $6, but I will not be selling my entire position in one go. That's a rookie mistake. I plan to scale out in tranches. For example, I might sell 25% of my trading position at $5.50 to lock in profits and de-risk the trade. I might sell another 50% at my primary target of $6, and I'll let the final 25% ride with a trailing stop loss, just in case the momentum carries us even higher, towards more optimistic targets of $7 or $8. This disciplined, tiered exit strategy ensures that I realize profits, don't get greedy, and still participate in any potential further upside. While the ETF is the primary catalyst we're focused on for this trade, it's crucial to understand that it's not happening in a vacuum. There are several other powerful fundamental tailwinds that support this bullish thesis and add conviction to our plan. First, the ever-improving regulatory clarity in the United States is a game-changer. For years, the question mark of the SEC lawsuit has acted like a gravitational drag on XRP's price. As we move closer to a final resolution, that drag is being removed. This de-risks the asset for larger, more conservative investors and is a necessary precondition for any ETF to even be considered. Second, is the steady, quiet, and relentless march of global adoption. While you won't see it in flashy headlines, Ripple's payment network continues to expand its footprint in key corridors, especially in regions like Japan, Latin America, and the Middle East. This isn't speculative hype. This is real-world utility that creates a constant underlying demand for XRP. This provides a solid foundation for the price, completely independent of the ETF narrative. Third is the growth of Ripple's own ecosystem. The launch of their stablecoin, RLUSD, is a significant development. Its integration into Ripple's payment flows is expected to create even more demand and transactional volume on the XRP ledger, further cementing its role as a bridge asset. Finally, we have the on-chain data. While we have to be careful with this data, reports continue to surface suggesting increased activity from large wallets, often referred to as whales. This pattern of accumulation during periods of consolidation can often be interpreted as smart money taking positions in anticipation of a future catalyst. They are quietly building their positions before the news hits the mainstream. When you combine all these factors, the ETF doesn't seem like a random event, but rather the logical culmination of years of foundational work. So there you have it, that's the playbook. The recent surge past $3.20 wasn't the destination, it was the signal that the train is leaving the station. The main event, the catalyst with the power to fundamentally reprice XRP, is the potential for a spot ETF approval, which some analysts speculate could be a possibility in late 2025. My plan is simple and disciplined. I am using this consolidation period to accumulate a strategic position. I have a clear roadmap of the technical levels to watch on the journey to my $6 target, and I have a predefined exit strategy to ensure I take profits when the time comes. This plan is designed to remove emotion and capitalize on what I see as the single greatest opportunity for XRP in the coming year. This is a marathon, not a sprint. It will require patience and discipline. There will be volatility designed to shake you out. But with a solid plan, you can navigate the storm and position yourself for the wave of institutional capital that is waiting on the horizon. Now, if you got value from this breakdown and want to follow this journey with me and get updates on this playbook as the market develops, make sure you do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. But I want to turn the question over to you. The XRP Army is one of the most passionate communities in all of crypto. What's your price target for the XRP ETF pump? Is my $6 target too conservative, or is it too optimistic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Stay smart, stay patient, and I'll see you in the next video.